Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show. The news is on. It's just distracting. That's all. We can just get that TV turned off. So thank you very much. So it is Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show. The day after one of the most newsworthy selection Sundays I can remember, as Tom Brady doesn't allow the NCAA to have a moment at all.
Come big.
Piece of shit. Real piece of shit. But we'll talk about all of it. So we got a bracket to break down. What's your hat?
USA.
Huh.
In America?
No, I don't hate America. It's just I couldn't tell. I thought it was a college, and then, yes, it does say USA.
Cool hat.
It is. It's a decent hat.
A lot of letters in one.
It's not a great logo, to be honest.
Spaced it out.
Right. Not a great logo. It's all jumbled. It doesn't look like USA. It looks like a Staten Island college.
Reformed Rico doesn't like the banter anymore.
He doesn't like
I love the banter. It's 12:01 Selection Sunday.
What do you mean?
Tom Brady's back, and we're shitting on hats.
Well,
I'm sorry, Rico. Host the goddamn show. Go.
It's just a lot of
host the
letters
show. Get off your fucking phone, you moron, and host the fucking show.
Well.
Host the show. Host the show.
The A is very disrespected in that hat.
Host the show.
Everyone subscribes to wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's March, man. We're ready to go.
Okay.
What do you want? I'm sure you got all your tricks on your notebook. Get right to them.
I think I'm going to talk to this side of the room.
You're good. You got all the
I
tricks.
think I'm going to talk to this
Favorite
side
upset.
You're not going to want to talk to this side of the room.
Why am I not going to talk to this side
You're
of
a
the room?
little testy Brandon today.
Yeah, I fucked
TB.
up this morning. I can't talk about it yet, but I fucked up this morning. Whatever. That's on me. Hey, Big Ev, how are you?
I'm all right. Been better, been worse.
Marty? How'd the selection show go yesterday?
It went well. Dave got his wish. Michigan get in. Michigan has the best draw. But yeah, I mean, March is a lot, man. There's a lot going on.
So we're going to talk about I think we'll spend most of the show talking about the bracket and talking about the teams that should have got in, didn't get in. The fact that the committee just refuses to acknowledge there are games on Sunday. I don't know why we still play games on Sunday.
Yeah.
I said that a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, just give me smaller conferences on site. It's a better opportunity. People want to watch them. The bigger conferences are getting fucked. Also, it's crazy that they admitted it.
Yeah,
Right.
I can't believe they admitted
If that's the thing. Don't admit it. Like, we all know it, but deny. Like, once they do it, now they're opening a whole bowl of wax here where.
Because you do think about it, Iowa won at 5:30. 5:30. Shows at 6. You think they're scrambling to, like, change shit?
Well, I'm not. Yeah, but surely you can have contingent brackets. Surely, I mean, if there's two results that can change what you're going to do on Sunday. If there's two true results that can change, why don't you just have bracket A, bracket B?
Because also, like, if Texas A&M wins, that does change things.
Yeah, I assume that's a one-for-one swap with somebody.
Which it would probably swap with.
Rutgers or
I think they said it was Wyoming. I think.
Yeah, I think it was Wyoming. Yeah, but it's just like I just don't get how Iowa, who's been the hottest team, how is Illinois before them?
I think the same about Tennessee. Tennessee's a 3 seed. Tennessee went 2-1 against Kentucky. Finished the season a lot stronger than Kentucky.
Should have been a 2.
Kentucky's the number 1 2 seed, and Tennessee's a 3. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, and honestly, Duke should have been a 3. Tennessee should have been 2.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
See, I can talk about Duke normally, assholes.
I didn't say anything. I never said
that was chat. That was chat.
It was also to Rico, right?
No, because Rico doesn't like Duke, so it doesn't matter. He's talking about Cal State Fullerton beating them.
They got a kid from Staten Island.
Do they? Cal State Fullerton does?
Long way.
But I guess the day kind of belonged in the end to Tom Brady, whose 40-day retirement is now over. He's back.
He's such an asshole.
He gave up playing in the NFL for Lent.
Yeah, like, bro, that was literally like 3 days. Like, what are you doing? It's like, oh man, I have Giselle, millions of dollars in my family. Gotta go back.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's Tom Brady, right? He's the GOAT, so it is the biggest story. But I almost feel like it's going to be a big mistake.
Yes.
Like,
I'm over him.
I mean, I'm over him too. Like,
over him.
Over him. We're turning the page to a young quarterback's game, and he's trying to push the clock back one more time. He's been lucky, not lucky, but he's been very. I don't know what the word is. He's been fine so far. But when his drop-off happens, it's going to happen severely. He's going to be 45 years old this fall?
People have been saying that for 10 years.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen. He's 45 years old.
Will it?
Yeah.
If he won't put himself in that position, he's smart enough. Which brings up this point. it's definitely not a scenario where he wanted to walk away from the game and is just coming back because he thought about it. There's some nefarious bullshit going on here where he had a deal going on. He tried to go with the 49ers. There's something with propaganda going down where he's trying to make money off of Bitcoin. Some shit's going down.
Well, there's also the fact that, like, Deshaun Watson got cleared on Friday of any criminal wrongdoing, so teams are lining up, and now you see the Panthers, you see the Saints are meeting with them very, very soon. The Bucs were also very much in the mix. It's almost like Tom Brady was sitting home, and the Bucs are about to make a play for Deshaun Watson to move on with their lives. He's like, nope, can't do it.
But you say that Tom Brady, he's going to fall off at one point, right?
Yeah.
Isn't him falling off still a top 10
He
quarterback?
was an MVP candidate.
No, I don't think so, because there's always going to be a fall-off. Like, Drew Brees was a top 10 quarterback until he was just god-awful.
Peyton Manning.
The fall-off will
But
happen.
He was like, they were. His fall off hasn't even shown up yet, though.
Yeah.
Like though
Hasn't.
Breeze,
It's
you saw it coming.
I would say
Peyton, you saw it coming.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw
it.
it.
Happens fast.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it with Peyton. Didn't he lead the league in touchdowns to the record like a year before?
That's what I was gonna
fell off
say.
that
He had that
cliff.
one tore something in his quad or something. The next year he came back, he just was a different guy. It happens that quick. And there's a famous quote from his dad that says that whenever it ended with him, it would end. This is years ago, but he said that he thought it would. Whenever it ended, it would end bad because he loved football so much that he would play.
Talking about Brady.
Yeah, that his
Okay.
father basically said that that Brady would play to the point that nobody would want him because he just would be like he'd just be bad.
But if you're
He's not at that point yet.
No, he's not. No, he's not there yet. But I'm saying his dad. It was a famous quote from like one of the Super Bowls that he just said he thought whenever it ended, he was afraid it would end badly because he would try to play too long.
What weapons does he have around him? Do we
I mean,
think?
Mike Evans.
Godwin resigned. Godwin had a big injury, but he resigned.
That was
Still has a top 5 defense.
a lot of weapons.
Okay.
maybe
Gronk will keep
maybe
coming
the
back
most-
too with him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Is Gronk coming back? That's more of the
Yeah,
question.
if Brady's coming back,
Right.
Bronk's
Oh,
coming back.
Fournette.
I think that's implied.
And I-
Fournette's
you
If
a
I
know
free
take
what?
off training camp,
I do
They
respect.
didn't lose any of those guys.
And they lost obviously Antonio Brown, Leonard Fournette's
Yeah.
Fournette's a free agent.
Okay. All right.
Fournette doesn't matter at all.
I didn't know they had them all locked up. I thought
this
Godwin might have
year's
hit free agent. I'll be honest.
Godwin just signed.
I thought they all might have.
What Brady did, scumbag. I hate when these people do this, but I do also respect because like everyone wants to like fake their funeral, see what friends come. You know,
Yeah.
he retired early. It's like, oh wow, people really, I really am the GOAT, huh? I'm gonna come back so I could do it again.
You know what was nice? We had a month without the Tom Brady stands,
Yep.
and now they're going to be worse than ever.
Oh, CJ. I
And
mean,
honestly, the thing is too, like a lot of people were making jokes about like him hating his family. I don't think it's a joke.
I think
This man, no. He couldn't even get past the period where everyone in the NFL's relaxed. It's not like he got the training camp and just was sitting there. He'd been sitting for like 8 months and he got an itch. It was a fucking month
No, I legitimately think he
hanging out with his kids, and we're like, these
probably
kids suck.
I think he probably decided he was going to come back, and he could maybe announce that in the summer. But the Bucs were going to move on.
That's why I
The
think
Bucs were going to move on.
Yeah, I
there's
mean, you have
something
to.
cooking here behind the scenes. That
I also think he was.
Oh, Smitty conspiracy theory over here. I like that.
I don't believe that he didn't have the idea of coming back.
Let's talk about the crypto angle. What could the crypto
I
angle?
don't know.
Bitcoin
I don't
thing
fucking
was
know.
funny.
He said a lot of things out
San
there.
Fran.
I don't know.
Hot topics.
Could
I
be
don't really
anything.
understand.
But yeah, like
Silicon
why?
Valley.
What is the reason? Why is it so fast? Because they're gonna move on. Like,
Free agency's about to start.
yeah, I understand that, but it's still like Tom Brady could have called, and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna come back. Just don't do it." Like, and they would listen. He could do that.
Yeah, it's just and him dropping it an hour after Selection Sunday when
I think
we're
he
all
even knew the college basketball tournament.
we're all on
was going
Twitter. We're all on Twitter. We're all engaged. We're all doing these things, and all of a sudden, was it Schefter that just dropped it? No, it wasn't Schefter, was it?
He
Somebody.
He did.
Brady
Oh,
did.
Brady did. That's
Brady
right.
did.
Brady did. Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
tweeted it.
Brady just tweeted it. Schefter's been working on it for months and months, and Brady just tweeted it.
Schefter was dead wrong. He missed. Point blank. No discussion, no debate. He
Schefter,
missed.
I mean, Schefter had a pretty rough weekend.
Yeah, the Deshaun Watson thing went
Yeah,
off.
he
on him
missed.
bad.
Just completely tweeting out a memo from Deshaun Watson's agent.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name? Tom Pelissimo or whatever his name is, or Pelissero? He tweeted the identical thing.
Because it was
No,
a
that's-
message
no,
from the agent.
No, but,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like
Is that journalism?
That's what I'm saying. He's no Sharp. Like other guys got the same exact.
Yeah.
text.
Do we consider Adam Schefter a journalist? I guess he is. He's at the very
Yes.
top of the profession, but
No, I don't.
he's clearly
He's a really good. He's a really good connections guy.
he's a
Schefter
connection.
the
a
one
hot
who
take
takes.
machine.
Schefter the one who takes calls live on. He's like.
Well,
on-
Woj has done that too, but I think Schefter's done it as well.
He has like 4 phones.
But I think Woj is the GOAT.
I think Woj is the go too. What, are you like Shams?
Yeah, I'm a Shams guy.
What's your fucking problem?
I'm sorry,
What is your
I actually
problem?
Didn't do that. I didn't mean to do that.
He lied and he wouldn't apologize.
I didn't mean to do that. But I'm saying
Woj is a piece of shit.
I think football has Schefter is
Piece of
at
shit.
the top, but there's so many of them. Like basketball, people are waiting on it. Like
Now, do you really think Woj is a piece of shit, or is it just one of your bullshit things?
All right, bro. I mean, we don't have to go down this rabbit hole again, but facts are facts. Danny Hurley wins.
Okay, all right, that's a Woj guy. Okay, all right.
Wagner at Pitt.
All right,
the
got
whole world knows he's taking a better job.
By the way, do you think Bryant got a shit draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they did too.
But now they get a game on TV. They'll win. Arizona's down a guy. I like it.
How long is the Arizona going to be down the guy? I thought he was going to be okay.
You see the picture of him today?
No, I didn't.
It looks like he got Kerry fucking Nancy Kerrigan on his ankle.
there's going to be 1-1 seed
Red
in
as
the
shit.
Final Four.
And you think that's going to be who?
I think that's going to be Kansas.
I actually have Gonzaga, which I've kind of committed myself weeks ago to do it, but I got Gonzaga, and I think Duke's a week 2. Texas Tech's a scary 3, but I think Gonzaga's got a pretty smooth road here.
I think there's a very favorable matchup for a 2. I know Connecticut's a 2, but the regional being in Bridgeport, that's a fucking home game.
Connecticut's not a 2.
Connecticut's a 5.
Oh, we're not doing women's? Okay. All right. Just want to do men's. All right.
Not bad.
It's pretty good.
Regionals in Bridgeport. It's a home.
I was going to say,
Who's
it's
UConn's
Bridgeport.
the UConn women? Who's their third best player?
I don't know.
He doesn't even know that first because Paige is hurt.
No, she's back.
No, she's back. She's
Read
back.
a newspaper.
Yeah, she's back.
No, I won't read one.
All right, now we could do. That was on women's. Now let's do the men's.
Who's their second best player?
No idea.
I think it's Fudd, but it might be somebody else. She was like a super recruit that's been a freshman. She struggled at first. I don't know if she's good yet. Smitty, how's your life going?
Chat won't stop spamming. Fernando Tatis is out for 3 months with a broken wrist.
Ooh.
Who cares?
All right.
That's what I said.
3
Okay.
months, like baseball's 9,000 months.
I mean,
Talk about a team that was overhyped and never did anything. Padres last year.
yeah, they just happen to be in the. I mean, that division's brutal.
I get
The
it.
division's fucking brutal, but
They still had to make the playoffs. Everybody makes the playoffs this year, though.
Especially with all, weren't they like the big? They were getting in fights with everybody.
yeah, them and the Dodgers, like in April, were having these playoff games.
Yep.
And they were, and Tatis was pissing people off by swinging 3-0 grand slams. Was that last year or 2 years ago? I don't know. Everything runs together
Also,
with baseball.
Yankee fans are so crazy. What they did yesterday is a move. Is whatever. Like there's a move coming from that. And Josh Donaldson, sure, we'll take him. We got rid of Gary Sanchez, Gio Urshela, fine, and then this guy IFK, he's great.
I know nothing about him.
He's the greatest ground ball to second base guy in the history of the game.
IKF, sorry.
What'd you say, IFK?
IFK. I mean, and also if you tweet anything about Derek Jeter, you're my favorite guy. He tweeted right away, like, hey, I've always respected number 2. Like, I'm in.
It was like, I think that was the first trade in my life that had any involvement with any of my teams that I just looked at it and I was like, huh. Like, just, I don't even know how to, like, I don't feel good about it. I don't feel, like, bad about it.
Josh Donaldson's
It's a strange trade. I don't know how to, like, take it
just
in.
a little old, but he's fine. Like,
Josh
whatever.
Donaldson's a good hitter. Fine.
Yeah,
player.
like, he's a good.
Now, he could. I think he's going to fit in New York like a square peg in a round hole, or a round peg in a square hole.
No,
however that works.
I think he like loves the attention. So I think that's a.
Yeah, but I think he loves the attention at his pace. I don't know if he loves the New York attention. We'll see.
I can tell you this though, Gary Sanchez is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Because
Oh, yeah. He's gonna hit 300 this
He'll be in the All-Star game this year.
330 home runs.
and the Mets added.
Chris Bassett.
Whew.
Very good 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Oakland's ace, wasn't it? Or one of them, top
I
2.
think he might have
Up
been
there.
there, too.
He's there too.
No, it's good.
Montez, was it Montez?
Grom
Oh yeah.
Grom's opting out next year though.
Yeah, well, that's to readjust his money.
Just saying, it doesn't seem like if he was a real Met, he wouldn't even talk about it now.
All right, fair enough.
I'm just trying to find anything to go against the Mets right now because they're doing what I want the Yankees to be doing.
Go by everybody.
Yeah, but see, my thing with them is they talked all this shit last year and they fell on their fucking face.
Yeah.
I remember Frank sitting in
As they
that
do every
chair talking so much shit. They were worse than we were.
That guy Max is really good though.
He's great.
He's really good.
But I'm saying injury here or there, that's
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh wow, you're wishing injuries on guys now. That's something.
the Mets. They're the king. I mean, ask Frank the Tank about their medical
their
staff.
trainer-
I'm not
Have a
asking
fucking
Frank the
aneurysm.
Tank about anything Mets related. Sorry, I'm not going to do it.
I'm saying that they'll have a fucking aneurysm. bring up their medical staff.
All right, you want to dive into this fucking bracket?
Love it.
Any other sports that we need to
I think that's it.
Why don't we let Ben Mintz hit this ad real quick?
All right, let's do it. Let's talk about Dude Wipes. As usual, Dude Wipes has you covered on all things number 2. So you have to join the Dude Wipes number 2 seed challenge on their Instagram and Twitter channels, prizing a year's supply of Dude Wipes, which will make the next 12 months the freshest of the winners' lives. Simply follow @Dude Wipes and comment which number 2 seed you think will go the farthest in the tournament. It's that easy, and 2 winners will be randomly selected once the number 2 is either flushed or cuts down the net. You must join by tip-off for the first games on Thursday, March 17th. Follow @DudeWipes and comment which number 2 seed you think will go the farthest in the tournament. It's that easy. And 2 winners will be randomly selected once the last number 2 is either flushed or cuts down the net. And I'll also say, fantastic products, Dude Wipes says. I don't know if y'all have used it, but really, really good.
That's a good addition to the ad right there.
I want to.
The whole ad. I got to add, hold on, before you get to something.
And the number 2 seeds for those that are Duke, Kentucky, Auburn, and Villanova.
Thank you very much.
Everybody knows that.
So you're just going on another Mincy tour?
I mean, it's a shorter one. It's not a long
There
one.
was a rumor, you tweeted yesterday, rumors that new tour dates are going to be.
Dropping today.
Jesus Christ, Mincy, where are you going?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to ruin the mystery.
All right.
It's gonna be a fun week, though, boys. Very, very fun.
I'm glad.
This week?
Yeah.
This week?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I got a March Madness.
Why, you're not going
I know it's
to
March
Chicago?
I'm going south.
Why do you get to go do your own goddamn thing?
I'm not on the A team for college basketball, so I get to go take.
There is no A team for college basketball. That's just something he says.
Oh, yeah, there is. Caleb, Roan, and then everybody else.
Man,
There's no A team or B team.
They won't be building south, so
There very much is an A team and a B team.
Rico, stop with your little premenstrual shit. Okay.
We do videos that set the company back 20 years. There's an A team and a B team. We get playing.
Can I talk to you when it comes to bench mob stuff?
Yeah, you can. He makes me.
This is a short trip, though, Brandon. I'll be back Monday. My flight back is early Monday morning.
Wait, when are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
That's a week.
I'll be here.
You won't be here. He goes, I'll be here. No, you won't.
Monday I will.
It is Monday. Oh, Mincy. When's it drop? Tell the people when it drops.
It's going to be after dinner mints tonight.
After the mints. Got it.
Wear the shirt today.
Love it.
It's going to be a good week.
I want to shout out Caleb. He got his white whale. Hasbulla is going to be awesome. Yeah. That picture is so fucking funny with the thumbs up. Caleb is like really famous. I'm realizing that.
Yeah? Well, Caleb's awesome.
I understand.
Yeah, Caleb's awesome.
That's just, it's crazy. But that makes me happy. That picture legitimately makes me happy. Because everyone's got their one that you want to do a video with.
I mean, he's going to Dubai?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, that visual of if they do a Sunday conversation of just little Hasbulla.
Is Glenny going with him? I assume Glenny's going with him.
No. They need a translator.
He doesn't speak English, yeah. But I'm ready.
Glenny Balls doesn't speak Russian?
I mean, he should have learned for this.
Yeah, that's on Glenny Balls.
I'm just picturing Hasbulla sitting in the little chairs, little legs just hanging off, answering Caleb's questions as they're going back and forth with this translator.
This guy got as famous as he's gotten, and he doesn't speak English?
Yep.
I just always assume that. I don't know.
A lot of his videos get caption translated.
What was that look? I don't know anything about Hasbulla.
Southern Brandon, you don't speak English. Get the fuck out. I mean, come on, man. It's 2022.
How do you become a worldwide sensation without talking though?
Speak my language.
Think there are only other English? Only language?
All right, you dumb fucks. He's big here. He's big here, and we can't understand him.
Big everywhere.
Wild.
I understand that he's big everywhere.
Who was the guy who said that? Who's the guy for the Angels? I'm blanking now.
Ohtani?
Ohtani, yeah. Ohtani's not going to be a star. Stephen A.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I mean, you dig the well. Don't expect me to just not kick in.
I didn't dig a well.
All right.
All right, let's go to how do y'all want to do it? Y'all want to do bracket by bracket? You want to do seed by seed? What do you want to do? Start from west?
Yeah,
west?
let's do.
All right, so the West region has, I think, the easiest road for a number 1 seed, in my opinion. It's got Gonzaga at the top. Memphis as a 9 isn't comfortable. I don't think that's a comfortable game at all. But then I don't really believe in Arkansas very much. I don't know if you guys do. Let's just stay there. Your 5's Connecticut. Your 5's UConn. Your 4's Arkansas. You got Memphis and Boise as your 8 and 9, and Gonzaga is going to beat Georgia State to start it off. What were we thinking? What were we thinking there?
I said it last night. I agree with you. I think Gonzaga has a favorable draw. But the one thing I think you might be sleeping on is Drew Timme struggles with big men. Now, they have a second big man to go to in Holmgren. But Duran for Memphis, Sinogu for UConn, and Jalen Williams for Arkansas, he's going to definitely, if the seeds hold, he's getting, it looks like both of them in that first weekend. I can see Drew Timme kind of being like, this ain't my fight. You know what I mean? He loves it when it's good and shit, but he hates it when it's bad.
I feel like you might be overstating the fact that he doesn't do well against big men. Like, this is a guy who was a terrific player last year, and has he never faced big men before? Like, it feels like he didn't do well in the championship game but he had a terrific tournament, and he was facing big men throughout that tournament. So where's this coming from?
Well, I mean, he doesn't, like, in the WCC, doesn't face, like, crazy good big men.
UCLA was mostly guards.
He beats up on a lot of
who was there?
Bad teams.
Their path
like
was
Duke.
Who else did Gonzaga have? They have Creighton in the Sweet 16, I remember.
But even this year when they played Duke, Mark Williams kind of played well against them.
Who did Gonzaga have in the second round? Like, I don't think they really had a great big guy. And
they had an easy road last year.
They always get an easy road.
Yeah, they
Well,
really
because
do.
they're a number 1 seed.
They shouldn't be.
But I'm just saying I feel like they just always get like good draws, like just good like matchups throughout.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, out of the 4s, Arkansas, Illinois, UCLA, Providence. I mean, Arkansas is not a great. I mean, I wouldn't want that.
wait,
them as my 4.
Didn't Gonzaga get Mobley last year? Am I missing that up?
Yeah, they killed them.
USC, and they beat the shit out of
They
them,
beat the
right?
hell out of them.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Regardless, I
Maybe
think
let's revisit that. I think that might be built on faulty logic.
Okay.
the
If you look at this year, Paolo and Bediako from Alabama beat them.
the West is like the bottom half of the West is like a shit show in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's Texas Tech, Alabama, Rutgers. Alabama could lose the first round. They could make it to the Sweet 16. There's just so much going on
I
down
feel like
there.
Texas Tech's the best team on that side of the draw.
Yeah, but
they are.
If you watch this week,
Yeah.
Texas Tech goes 6 to 7 minutes a clip without scoring.
Well, but the good thing for
Free throws
them
only,
is
like, now they play a lot of defense.
Duke's defense is terrible.
Agreed.
They've really stopped playing defense.
So I mean, Bama's struggling as well, also. So
Yeah.
I know, like, obviously I'm a homer, but Duke's draw, first 2 games, I'm actually, like, obviously first is fine. But the second one, like, Michigan State doesn't scare me. Davidson scares me more than Michigan State.
They're also in South Carolina. Davidson's gonna not necessarily travel like Duke, but
Yeah, Duke travels way more than anybody.
it's not like
Well, not anybody. Kentucky travels a little ridiculously.
Yeah, but, like, Duke against Davidson, like,
Yeah.
in-state rivalry though. Like Davidson's
no one even considers Davidson as a
the
little
same
brother.
state.
I understand, but there's so many.
Well, what he's saying is they consider you the big brother. They consider Duke the big brother, and them getting a shot is.
Yeah, they're a very distant step, little brother.
It's
but-
very similar to what Kentucky's
like
going to face in the
they're
second
like
round.
a third cousin removed twice.
right.
That's the way Duke looks at it. But when a Davidson gets a shot at a Duke, it's the biggest thing that ever happened to
Sure,
the school.
like that's why. But I already know that the storyline of Izzo, Coach K, going to be matching up.
I got to be honest. I don't think Alabama's winning a game in this tournament. I think Rutgers is going to win the play-in game. Then I think they're going to beat Alabama. I think Rutgers they just snuck in, but they've been beating good teams all year. They've been playing. Rutgers has been in the NCAA tournament for like 2 months.
It's a style game. If it's low, Rutgers is going to win the game, 100%. If they get out and run, I think Bama can beat them.
Maybe a
That's
little
the way it's going to go.
maybe a little credit, TJ, for my chopping.
Yeah, I'll clip that.
No, I don't want you to clip it. Just maybe just say, hey, just say something.
You know how that is, TJ. Like, how confident are you can win that game in the 80s or the high 70s?
I mean, 65 has been like our magic number all
Exactly.
year.
So there you go. So that's all. That's
But
what
you're
it is.
also going to be scared that play-in game they always seem like they win the next.
1,000%.
Oh yeah.
Right. The somebody out of the playing game's going to Sweet 16.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. I believe that happens almost every
And
year.
as a 6, he's got to do 2 game plans now. You don't know
UCLA
who
was in
you're
the
playing.
playing game last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went to OT also.
You don't know who you're playing. Everybody else gets to practice for 4 days against their matchup.
Listen
He's
to
only got
this.
2.
I saw this, and I'm stealing it, even though I looked up a lot, and I think it's true. Okay, stick with me here.
All right.
Gambling.
Mm-hmm.
If the over in the second half is 10 points less than the original one going into, like, during the game,
Gotcha.
hits at a 63% clip in March Madness.
So
what the over is 140.
So what you're telling me is
130 at second.
Lower first half.
So what you're telling me is these teams are starting slow in the first half. That's pulling the number down, and they're catching their win, and they're getting.
And there's 20%. Obviously, it's do or die. So 20% more fouls in the second half.
Wait a second. So you're saying the live line hits at 63% of the time, or the original over line hits?
The second half
the
over.
Second half over.
Second half over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have to. So I want all of us to be alert on these streams.
So let's say the over is 144 and a half, and it's a slow first half, and the second half over it's come down to 133. Hit that.
Hammer
Hit the over because they're going to figure it out.
Yes, and there's 20% more fouls in the.
You told me there wouldn't be math.
And you got overtime. And you got overtime threat too.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a lot of numbers coming
You
from
like that?
Where'd you get that? You did say you stole it.
Stole it. Yeah, I'm not gonna
He
tell.
outwardly said he stole it.
I was scrolling TikTok,
I got one.
but it makes sense though. No, like that's a good like.
I'm actually surprised it's not higher than 63%.
Like all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were taking on the streams. We were taking a bunch of second half overs. I think I hit like
But if we,
I think 3 out of 4 of them.
there's always something nice in March Madness, like when you don't have to think. It's like, oh, it's 10 points more, just bet it.
I'm addicted to TikTok.
Yeah, me too.
I don't do it. I don't TikTok, but I scroll. I just started scrolling like last week. It now knows my algorithm. I just watch videos of cats on TikTok all day.
You like cats?
I love cat videos on TikTok. I don't know. I didn't know there was such a thriving cat community on TikTok.
I'm in
And
the,
titties.
I'm in the monkey community.
You're in the monkey community. See,
I watched monkeys every day.
I saw a good monkey last night. Yeah, he went to the Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Rest in peace, George.
Shout out.
Just can't get into it.
TikTok? I mean, you just start scrolling. First of all,
My algorithm
there's
got
titties for days.
no. My algorithm got ruined from the dancing I was doing.
Oh, so now you see nothing but dances?
Because even when I was popping on TikTok, I didn't consume it. So like every time I go on there, it's just straight like little kids dancing. So I'm like, I can't do this. It's just boring.
Yeah, my algorithm's wild.
It's awful.
I get like dad TikTok, and then I get like the titties, and I get deconstructing the Bible.
I haven't gotten that one yet.
Oh, you would be
I haven't.
deep in that.
Mine's
gotten
literally
that.
just like gambling, golf, and monkeys.
I got cats and titties right now.
I don't even have titties.
You want to get even greedier on those second half overs? In a doubleheader, if the game's delayed, I think it's 15 to 20 minutes or 20 minutes to 30 minutes from its original start time. Like basically teams rusty sitting in the tunnel. The first game's taking forever. That second game, take the first half under and the game under.
So you love the tunnel theory.
I like that theory.
I remember you
hitting-
saying that last year in Chicago.
Been hitting.
He did this the other
Said it
day.
last week.
I remember
hitting-
Chicago it being like a
Been
big
hitting
discussion.
big. It's been hitting very big.
So if you're watching, let's say you're watching a doubleheader and the first game goes into overtime, it's time to start looking at underwatch on the second game?
Yeah.
I don't hate the theory.
And I think we're in a spot where we're.
Oh,
like,
you've
you
been
take-
on that for a while.
We take first half under, game under, and then to Marty's, like, let's say it's 140. There's 50 points at the half, and then it's 80 in the second half. We have crazy middles. Like we're good on hopefully good on the game, good on the first half, and now we're rooting for second half overs.
See you, Smitty.
We got a crazy middle.
You said you let me know. Oh, good. Smitty did say before he was going to be leaving at 12:30, so he's got to go do a thing.
I just can't get over that my Applebee's story. It really gets me. That lady said that.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I just saw Applebee's on my app and I wanted it again. I went to Applebee's this weekend and I ordered a 3-cheese pasta, and the lady comes over to me and goes, "Do you want tomatoes or no tomatoes on the panini?" I was like, "I didn't order panini." She was, "No, panini." She was calling panini penny,
Oh,
and it was unbelievable.
I like panini.
I know.
Better.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
What's going on?
That's what I was thinking too.
All right, moving through. So let's just. You guys all have Final Four picks yet? Do you bench my boys? Are y'all making a big deal of it or what?
Yeah, we did.
We did a gut thing
did
too.
it
Tomorrow
right
we're
away.
really diving into more like game by game lines.
That's what I'm going to be doing too. So who's your gut Final Four out of the West, Marty?
Just skip me for the West.
All right, who's your gut Final Four, Rico, out of the West?
What did I pick last night? I think I picked Gonzaga.
Yeah, I got Gonzaga too. I don't know. I believe they were a better team last year, and they're going to end up winning the damn thing this
I
year.
really don't think they're going to make the Final Four. I'm not even saying because of Duke.
That's
It
fine.
might not be Duke. Like, Texas Tech is really fucking good.
Yeah.
And, like, Memphis is a tough second.
I'm worried about Memphis. So they play that early game against Boise. It's in Portland, and it's at like 10:45 a.m. It's a weird one to go out west. I don't know how good Boise is, though.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Boise's going to try and slow you down. It's stylistic.
That game's going to be in the 50s.
Yeah.
Memphis.
Well, no, and Memphis starts turning into a fucking track meet.
Yeah, but
know?
yeah.
All right, so Big F, you have a gut feeling out of the West?
Honestly, I like Arkansas. Partly, like, I think if Arkansas can get to Gonzaga, I think they match up with them well. So I think I like Arkansas potentially. So yeah, I'll go with Arkansas as my like first knee jerk.
All right, very good. Ben Mintz, you have a knee jerk?
Yeah, my knee jerk is Texas Tech eliminates Duke. Like, I mean, I know that would be around a 16 game, but I could see that being the end for Coach K. I can't figure out who I like in a Gonzaga Texas Tech Elite Eight.
What's the most interesting person or team to end the Coach K rank? Because Izzo knocking Coach K out of coaching would be something. Davidson, the little tiny school from North
Davidson
Carolina,
would be the funniest.
ending Coach K's career would be.
Well, Cal State football.
Very big long shot, but Mike Bray, old assistant
Yep.
at Notre Dame, makes a run. Would be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he came on the pod.
There's not many ones that are interesting besides Izzo. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
cool ones, but like.
I mean, you're going to think I'm a homer, but Oates was making those comments last year about Bray as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
It's not crazy. Like, he said, hey, I wonder if they would have folded the season if they were, like,
But like, imagine
no.
Kentucky.
When they were struggling, he
like,
kind of
imagine
was.
Duke makes Final Four and it's Kentucky that does it, or like whatever. That's more interesting.
That'd be for a national title, wouldn't it?
Gonzaga,
Oh,
what do you
wouldn't
call
it?
it?
Wouldn't it?
Hurley kind of has some ties there. Like his brother, it's not Bobby, but his brother, you can make a loose connection there.
Oh, this is this guy's incredible. He came in the Yak one day. It's a delivery driver that dresses like a detective.
Oh,
This guy,
Yak's got too many bits.
yeah, it's clearly struggling.
They do have a lot of bits though.
It's tough to keep up, asshole. It could be a good
yeah.
show, and it could just be ahead of my
you can't.
speed.
No, you can't talk about the yak. You talk about the yak, you get X.
But Marty, who's got more bits than this guy?
That's true.
This guy can't say bits about anybody.
I was on your side for a little bit.
All right,
I just broke down all of Coach K's coaching.
that's
ties.
fair enough, but you can't call out anybody for bits.
I did the women's bit for 2 minutes. Now we're in the bracket.
All right, we go down to the East then. We go down to the East. That's where you have the weakest number 1 seed. It is Baylor.
Agreed.
I'm not all that impressed with the 2 seed, Kentucky. It seems like all year we're saying, oh, when Kentucky gets healthy, when Kentucky gets healthy, when Kentucky gets healthy, and we're praising them for their 2-point loss, or their 4-point loss, or their 5-point loss. How about when are they going to win something? And I don't.
They got a lot of credit for that win at Kansas because that's got to be the main reason they got that too. So
I guess so. And plus, you have a coach who usually underperforms in March, so I don't believe in Kentucky at all.
I think Kentucky is the hardest draw.
I truly think Murray State is a huge problem for Kentucky in the second round.
What is that?
It's a 2.
That's all the times they lost this year. That's
30-2. And Murray State, you talk about Duke and Davidson. I mean, Murray State's just sitting in there in Kentucky. They got to hear how great Louisville is and Kentucky is, and they're 30-2, and they get a shot at fucking
And
Kentucky?
Murray State's not a Davidson. Like Murray State's ranked. Like they.
Yeah.
That's a tough league in terms of some of the matchups too. Like Belmont, Morehead State, like Murray State to run through that the way they did was pretty impressive.
Murray State and then probably Purdue or Texas is like.
Listen,
tough.
I think they were both frauds all year. I think the way it lines up, I'm looking at the 2 dark horses here. I like UCLA's draw a lot. I hate going west to east, and I do think it lines up for Beard. I don't know what team's going to show up on the floor, but Purdue can't cover themselves with a blanket. Texas can make this run. I think those are the 2 value-wise. I'm looking at UCLA and Texas.
I took
I like
UCLA
Texas,
24-1 last night.
UCLA's,
I like them in the
I don't
draw.
like them to championship, but the Sweet 16 is pretty easy for
What do y'all think about Baylor being the first 1 seed to lose?
I have
He's still a great
I don't
fucking
have
coach.
that.
Like, they're
I
going to
know
be
he is.
hard
I
out.
know he,
man.
they're going to, of course, but
between all the ones, I have them in Arizona to lose first.
I mean, I think North Carolina, Arizona, really.
With him being out,
Yeah.
and I mean,
Hoping you're right. I got
Seton Hall, TCU
still-
is a tough.
He got hurt. They still cruise through the Pac-12 tournament.
I also am
You don't
very
think
down on the
Pac-12 's good,
Pac-12.
I remember last year the Pac-12 tore this tourney up.
Yeah, they
You think that was
did.
a fluke.
I think more eyes are on the Pac-12 this year. I think last year we kind of
They beat the hell out of this. thing last
USC and Oregon coming out of nowhere. Like,
year. Yeah.
yeah,
I guess you could kind of say too, like now UCLA hasn't been healthy, but they were supposed to be a top 10 team, top 12 team, right?
Yeah.
And they fell to a 4 seed.
Arizona's also been everyone's they're definitely one of the best team. Like they're good, solidified.
Well, they've been a darling because A, they play a beautiful brand of basketball, and B, they've been blitzing everybody.
Yeah.
So I mean, their bubble could burst.
USC was ranked for a long time. They're a 7. So it's really Arizona outperformed. Don't get me wrong, but UCLA and USC kind of fell.
I do think
USC is
this
my
is the most
biggest fade.
intriguing. This is a very intriguing bracket because you got Baylor and Kentucky, who I don't really respect that much at all. That's still a 1-2 seed. I'm going to pick Purdue here. I love Purdue. I think.
What makes you love Purdue?
I don't know. You ever just get
Everyone hates them.
You ever get an irrational love for a team?
Yeah.
It's a good answer.
Yeah.
I like that.
First of
What are you
all,
fucking looking at?
they got a couple
National love?
They got a couple of. They got.
Yeah, Rico's literally the whole West is Rico's irrational love.
They got a couple of big guys that can play tournament basketball down low, and then when it gets close, when it's 62-62 in the last 3 minutes, they're going to have the best player on the court, and Jaden Ivey, and I think he's going to get an incredible whistle in this tournament. I know they don't play defense at a very high level. I still think they're going to be able to outscore a lot of teams. I like Purdue coming out of this. Can I explain it by
Yes.
statistics? Not really. I like Purdue.
I want to ask real quick, what do y'all think of Virginia Tech with all the momentum coming out of the ACC tournament?
Those teams usually kind of fell out on their face.
I think Texas is a tough matchup. I think there's other scenarios where they're at 11 that they could have made a run. I just think Texas is they just play such good defense.
Quick fun fact: games in Wisconsin. Virginia Tech's best player from
Oh God.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Storms brewing.
Storms brewing.
No one cares.
I'm starting to like Baylor because everyone hates them.
Yeah, I actually see that.
I don't hate
hate
This
them.
last 10 minutes, I've been sitting here just staring, and I'm like, you know what? Everyone's just writing them off like they're just shot.
Last year, if you
I
remember
wanna be
too,
shocked
everyone
at all.
tried to make it like Baylor was a couple of losses.
I don't really see.
Yeah, but they had all the senior.
I don't see.
I know.
I don't think that's true because remember last year, and you were on it. You were saying this is going to be the most anticipated championship game ever because we've seen this coming all year. Everybody saw Baylor.
Once they got there. Yeah, you're right. All right,
Everybody saw Baylor
I
coming.
don't hate Baylor, but I what I was saying before, isn't there not one region that's there's usually one region that's cutthroat. It's, holy fuck, I don't want to be in that one. I don't think there's one that's so more heavy on the better teams. Do you agree?
I think it's very balanced. I would agree.
Very
If
balanced.
I would to pick one of them, I'd probably say.
I would
say the West.
I would lean the South, but then I don't respect Houston very
Oh
much.
no,
as a
if
five.
Midwest is what I'm picking.
See, we're all gonna have different answers.
I think just because when you have Arkansas, Texas Tech, Duke, and Zaga, I think that's a strong.
in the Midwest, you got Providence at 4. Nobody respects Providence. You got LSU at 6. They're done.
They are the most overseeded team in this tournament.
Yeah, and even I know we talked last
Florida
about
State's pretty
Wisconsin.
Not a doubt.
Wisconsin,
Florida
Johnny
State.
Davis is hurt. I know he's hurt. He's fucking not looking great. Where it's Iowa's the scary, a really scary
They
team,
got
but
fucked.
Good job getting that 80-1. It went to
Oh, yeah.
it went to 50-1
Yeah.
yesterday.
50.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I think Richmond. I don't think they're going to lose. I think Richmond's going to give them a closer game than people think.
The coach is a
too.
scumbag, so.
That line came out real high.
Do you have to call everybody a scumbag?
No, just the ones I don't like.
Why is the Richmond coach a scumbag?
He went on a rival podcast.
That ruins y'all.
It doesn't exist anymore.
That looks so bad for you guys when he just does this shit.
I make friends with everybody else, though.
All right.
So who are you So you're not a fan of any team, honestly. You aren't. So
Oh, but
now
Alex Alabama.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Who's your team? Who are you rooting for to win a championship? Because I'm
Who
rooting
I
for
bet
Duke.
on, honestly.
I mean, I know you're rooting for Ohio State. You guys don't have teams in the tournament, but who is your team?
Just rooting for everybody to have fun,
You
Mike.
have 7 favorite teams,
It's really, honestly, it's who I bet on.
so you're done. You have no more fandom.
If Shire becomes compelling, I come back. I'm really
Okay, no,
Krzyzewski's really made me sour the last couple of years.
You are not allowed. You're not welcome.
okay.
back.
I'm not welcome back.
I
I've
like
been rooting
that.
for him since '90.
You're not welcome back.
Good for you.
Yeah, you can't just come on and come off. I'm there for the bad years.
All right. Who's your gut? Shut up.
I was there for the bad year last year.
Fine, but Duke doesn't have bad years. I mean,
Pulling
shut
for
up.
the Mississippi
Yeah,
State.
try pulling for a bad team every now and then.
I think I like it. It's probably fun.
I promise you wouldn't.
Dude, I think me and Big Ev talk about it's very hard to be a fan of these.
I've got
I
some-
assure
Suck
you,
my dick.
I-
Both of you shut up.
I assure you, cheering
I'm
for
a-
Ole Miss
I'm a Knicks
basketball
fan.
this year was not fun.
I'm a Knicks fan.
nothing-
And the Giants have. I mean, we've
I'm a
been
Giants fan.
We've been the worst team in the league last 5.
Also, you're a Yankees fan. They never win either. Let's go with the.
5 championships, 5 rings in my life. Thank you.
It's a lot.
Okay, but you weren't. When were you born?
94.
Yeah,
Same.
you weren't sentient for most of them. You
I remember the Subway Series.
Yeah, for sure. I remember Clemens throwing the bat.
Timo Perez, that fucking moron. Didn't run it out. The ball was out. He didn't. Dickhead. It was a Jeff Lansing's Halloween party.
All right, who's your gut feeling Final Four out of the East? We'll go from Marty to the right. Go, Marty.
East?
Yeah.
East.
That's the lower left hand.
Yep. You're not going to like it.
I don't care what
Not going to like it.
you like.
Texas.
You like Texas, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Texas has been a team, always like ranked 24th, 22nd.
Right.
I think they can do it.
All right, Big F.
I kind of want to say UCLA, but I'm going to say Baylor. I'm going to go with Baylor.
All right, I have already said
Baylor's draw is not like it. You guys.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, I really like
you don't know
side.
Carolina. You don't know what's showing up.
Yeah, you know.
Well,
They are so volatile.
Carolina wants to shoot a lot of threes and can get hot from 3, but Baylor, those guards are going to get after you.
All right, so
Like-
I've previously already said it. I have Purdue out of that one. So Ben Mintz
I've got UCLA.
and Rico Bosco.
Yeah, I just hate how cliche it is to have Gonzaga UCLA matched up again. But it's UCLA. I'm not. Texas is going to be there. I can't buy them all the way just yet. I'm going to go with UCLA.
And you're okay picking the West to East thing.
Yeah,
Them going all the way across the country.
I love it. But just off of that draw, I do think it's wide open for UCLA.
All right, we go to the South. That's where Arizona is the number 1 seed. They'll face maybe Bryant or Wright State.
Right.
You looked at
Wright State's a really good playing.
Yeah, it sucks.
Pretty good.
It sucks. The committee fucked them. Wright State's it's a home game in Dayton.
their 2
I
seed.
got mine.
Their 2 seed is Villanova. Their 3 seed is Tennessee. Tennessee, maybe the hottest team in the country right now, and underseeded in my opinion.
They lose second round.
You think they lose to Michigan? And then, so who you picking coming out of this one, Marty?
Illinois.
Why?
Because I told you about my Arizona, where I think
Right.
it's a big blow not having him, and I think Tennessee loses to Michigan early on. Villanova is my it's a scary team for
So
me.
let's talk about Caruso, right? That's Caruso,
yeah.
right? So it's not a season-ending injury. It's an ankle sprain, right?
Yeah.
So if they get through Bryant and then they beat Seton Hall or TCU, they don't have to worry about his ankle
I
for
mean, they played
till
great
end of next week, and they played great without him.
Like,
Right.
I'm not even thinking it's like that.
I'm not sure this injury is the season stopper you want it to be.
It's still I don't think it's a season stopper, but I just think it's a big blow. It's a big blow to them because that's their pump up guy.
He will have 2 weeks of rest on that ankle if they can get through the first 2 games without him.
Yeah, I still like. I mean, when Ty Washington came back, he was awful. He was rusty. Like it's. Do you want him back in when you guys are rolling? And it's like,
Yeah. So when will they need him though? Is the question. When
need him in the Sweet 16 against Illinois.
All right. Well, if that's
Because I think Illinois, Chattanooga, and then UAB or Houston, I think they beat too.
okay. So who do you have Illinois coming out of the South? Big F. Who you got coming out of the South?
I'm gonna say Tennessee. I think their defense is a big
By the way, I'd like to say,
factor.
at least in my point of view, these are all my gut feelings. One time through the bracket, I'm going to do exactly like Rico did. I'll sit down and kind of game by
This is all
game,
gut.
and then maybe we'll have our complete Final Fours later.
Yeah.
But these are my gut Final Fours.
Same.
I
want to say this: if Villanova plays Tennessee in the Sweet 16, it's gonna be 37-32.
I do love.
I mean, one of the worst games of
I
all
do love Tennessee. I mean, the SEC is a very good conference. They trailed for 1:47 in the conference tournament.
What really swung me on them was watching the way they just swallowed Kentucky whole.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't do anything the entire game.
I mean,
Even when they came back a little bit, the defense they played was just so like I'm just picturing some of these other teams trying to deal with them.
in their
just
own
don't see it.
conference, Tennessee is behind 2 seed Auburn, 2 seed Kentucky. Tennessee went 3-1 against them.
I think Tennessee can win it all. I really do.
All right, this is the bracket where I have 2 number 1 seeds, and this is the other one. I got Arizona. I think Arizona from front to back this year has been elite, has been great. I know the injury doesn't look good, but it didn't slow them down at all in the Pac-12 tournament, and I think they'll be fine getting through at least the next week or two without him, and hopefully be able to integrate him back in. Ben Mintz
I've got Arizona as well.
and Rico Bosco.
I think the styles match up great for Villanova to get there, and I agree with you, Arizona, a little too much star power. Probably going to go with Arizona.
Is
I
Villanova-
think last night I picked Villanova, to be honest with you, but
Is Villanova going to be the most under talked about 2 seed? And the fact they have a 2-time national championship coach, like it feels like we disrespect them a little
They have
bit.
a great
just
draw,
look at
too.
what they have, right? So, Ev, if you do get by Loyola, we know Loyola's going to slow it down. Do you want to run, or are you going to play a little bit slower with Villanova as well?
Nah, we want to run. We're good. We're down to run.
So that's the major problem if they get past Ohio State. But I think Loyola wins that game. So Loyola, slow. Tennessee, slow. Michigan, slow. Colorado State, slow. I thought I was getting whacked. Colorado State, slow. This lines up really, really well for Villanova to do what they do. Not foul, not make mistakes, rely on their 6-man rotation. Villanova's it's a really, really good draw for Villanova.
Smitty, welcome back. Do you have gut Final Four teams from each bracket yet?
I agree with everything Rico just said. I think Jay Wright grabs him by the balls, and Gillespie is that senior, that just 8-year senior that takes Villanova far. Maybe not win it, but I have them in Final Four. Arizona, it's going to be tough, but yes, Villanova there. Kansas, Kentucky, and
Big Bama.
man, I'll go Gonzaga because I'm a pussy.
Yeah, you big
That's all I have
pussy.
to change.
Now we go down to the Midwest. That's where Kansas is the number 1 seed.
Real quick, do you think that because everyone this year, I talked about this yesterday, everyone this year is like, it's wide open. There's 10, 15 teams.
Right.
Do you think since it's that, everyone just, it might be just chalk?
That's what we need to do tomorrow. We need to figure out how many teams can. Now we have a bracket.
Yeah.
How many teams can win a national championship?
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, no. I
a
got
7
you.
seed could win this year, but it's like, it's probably just going to be 1s and 2s.
Or is there?
I think it's going to be crazy.
Or is there-
I get your
I do
thinking.
too.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a George Mason or a Baylor that has a chance to win it all?
The funny thing is, like, Texas is a 6. That is
Or
not crazy.
not Butler.
Butler. Okay. All
I
right.
was like,
Yeah,
The defending national champ probably could win it. Yeah.
Butler should have beat Duke.
Butler should have beat Duke. Yeah.
It's a crime he's not coaching.
I agree. I agree with that.
The man loves basketball. It's a crime.
Oh, speaking of bitch mob boys, before we move on to the last bracket,
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
what am I going to say?
Florida.
What's Georgia doing?
Oh, what are they doing?
Crazy.
Florida's about
Bailed
to.
them out.
Florida's about to possibly. They have a long talk with themselves. Are we going to fire this guy? Are we happy with this? And Georgia just says, "All right, you got a mediocre coach. I'll take him."
Good for him.
Florida's objectively a better program than Georgia in every measure,
Sure.
and he can't win there. What makes you think he's going to win at Georgia? It's the dumbest hire, and Georgia's made a lot of them, but it's the dumbest hire I've seen in a very long time.
Such a downgrade from Florida to Georgia.
I mean, if you're Florida,
He was obviously on the way out at Florida.
That's why I think it's good for him what he did.
he just restarted his clock. Yeah,
Because if he gets fired, he's not going back to the SEC.
No, I thought he was going to end up at Ole Miss because he played there and is best friends with our AD. And so actually, that's probably good that he's not.
Yeah, it's
Now it's
definitely
gone.
good. You don't need.
I don't know.
That's just a
We're pretty right on this
wild
right now.
are y'all firing?
I think he's going to get another year.
Who's Florida even
But,
looking at?
but we're pretty right on
I just want to give flowers to his agent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good,
really,
good job for that guy.
seamless transition.
And it happened.
I was
doing it
never
now.
unemployed.
Yeah.
Doing it now, where like yesterday, where it was like, it's no one's really actually talking about it.
Sure, he's making a couple mil. He'll last there at least 3-4 years.
Oh yeah, it's great.
And then he'll take the Ole Miss job then.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Georgia, that is a rudderless basketball program. I know they had Anthony
It
Edwards.
is really weird that I would say, I'm just guessing, Atlanta's probably one of the most talent-rich cities in this country, and easily, and neither Georgia or Georgia Tech can do a goddamn thing. It's weird because Georgia Tech used to be a very good.
Oh, yeah.
One they
Georgia Tech's got
National
got
championship game.
academic limits though.
I know, but Georgia. How is Georgia never good at basketball? I don't understand it. You can't find 5 kids just in you ought to be able to find 5 kids within an hour's drive of Athens.
I mean, they got the number 1 player in the country, the number 1 overall pick. They still stunk.
Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah, and then they had how many? They had 3 transfers leave them this year and go do elite things.
Yeah, the one's Auburn, Katie Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? There's one more. There's another one.
I heard that on a broadcast, and then I was like attuned that. Yeah, you're right though. They got guys. Yeah, it should tell you all you need to know. 3 guys went and did something else somewhere else.
Crean, by the way. How did he turn out to be the worst coach in the country?
Oh, he's got body parts in his freezer.
He's a friend of the program.
He's fucking crazy.
Is he?
They're close with the PMT guys.
Oh, he's crazy.
All right. So Midwest. Who you got coming out of there? Smitty, you've already said. I think you said Kansas. Marty.
I am on. I'm on Kansas, but Iowa is what I want.
I'm the same way, except I'm giving in to my urges. I'm picking Iowa. Yeah.
I really can see Iowa.
I know Iowa, and I know we focus on defense. And I understand why, because defense does win championships across sports. But fuck, man, watching Iowa, you got just going out there and you just can't stop them. They just score. They just score. They have every. Yeah.
Keegan Murray, he can score on anybody. Doesn't matter. His brother's a great role player.
Who's the same player.
Great role player. And then you have the McCaffreys, who are all like, they have so many role players. They play 12 fucking guys.
Toussaint's deep. Here's the thing to that point.
Talk about Bohannon.
Yeah, and Bohannon's
Bohannon's a big shot maker. He's been there forever. He's a leader. Two things off of that. One, do we think I was getting a little too sexy of like a Final Four sleeper? I looked at a thing last night. Like 6 guys had Iowa.
Them and Tennessee probably.
Right.
I actually was hoping they didn't win the Big Ten, so people weren't so excited.
Exactly. So he probably would have got a better. He probably would have got a 4 if they didn't win the Big Ten the way it was going. Second thing, Brandon, to your point, defense. They're like 70th or something like that for the year. What I want to look at, and you can peg this down, they've been playing way better from February and March defense. Like I would argue that they're 15 to 20 spots ahead of that on defensive efficiency.
All right.
I think they've been really good. That's towards the tournament that helps them as well.
All right, let's go quickly because we got to get to picks. Big Ev, your Midwest gut Final Four pick.
I hate that everyone said it, but I trust Kansas the most, so I'll say Kansas.
I've got Iowa. Ben Mintz.
I've got Wisconsin. If Davis can get healthy, they got the best draw, and I think they can muck up a game with Auburn in Sweet 16 and make it ugly.
I also think that I really think that Auburn is also like if they get past that second like Miami, I think they have a pretty easy draw too, Auburn.
All right, Rico.
And people are down on them.
Kansas and Iowa winner is the one I think can win it. I just think this is an all-in on Bill Self. He's got to figure it out. And I love Iowa. They match up well. I think it's very chalk. It's Kansas-Auburn.
All right, we'll probably be talking about brackets all week. Maybe we'll do that thing tomorrow when we figure out exactly how many teams can win the national championship. Let's do picks right now. I know Ben Mintz taking a well-deserved day off. He has worked good 6 days in a row.
Yeah, well, I was up like 20 units after the first week, and now I'm down 10. I think I dusted off like 29 units last week.
Smitty, how are things going?
Not good.
Okay. All right. We see Megan making money down there at the bottom like she always is.
She's at the grand opening for the Barstool Sports book at LeBear's Lake Charles.
Not a great – you pull that up one more time? Not a great month for the boys so far.
This conference championship week really gets me.
Not a great month for the boys so far. What?
I'm 4-0 in Hammer plays, 1-0 in travel Hammer plays, and 1-0 in a massive Jelly fan bet as well.
So. Yeah, well, Jelly was like
I'm doing pretty well
6,
this
like,
song.
maybe like 5 units.
All right,
it's doing better than
I'll lead us off. I've got it's all in the NBA tonight, which is a comfort zone for me, so I'm okay. I got Nuggets money line tonight. I got Spurs +4 against the Wolves, and also Spurs Wolves under 239.5. The biggest line movement of the day happened in Cavs Clippers. It opened at 216, is now down to 211. I'm going under that, under 211 Cavs Clippers, and Raptors -5.5 against the absolutely hapless Lakers. They are finished.
Raptors are playing good ball.
Raptors are a good team, and they're about to just hammer the Lakers in LA tonight. Rico Bosco.
Yeah, let's see, TJ. I am on the Cavs -5.5. The over in the Bucks-Utah game, and Oklahoma City +10 because Alex Bennett's back in the office.
230. Wow, what a number.
All right, let's go to Ben Mintz.
Day off.
That's right. Big F.
First non-losing day in a while.
So I'm going to take the Sixers here -2. I know they've kind of been struggling, but I feel like that line's a little low because Denver I know has been playing pretty well too. I'm also going to take the Thunder at home. I know they're just good against the spread, so I'm going to take them at home. And I'll take the Spurs at home also, +3.5.
All right, and Marty.
GPS, Cavs -5.5, Sixers -2. I don't fucking know.
And by the way, Sixers yesterday were 12.
I've watched
12-point.
12-point favorites over the Magic. They won in overtime by 2.
Since they acquired James Harden, they have been down by double digits in every single.
But I have said this again, and I'll say it again. If you're a betting man and you're watching the show, like the Magic are a very salty underdog in the NBA. They're
young. They're good. Cole Anthony's a good player.
They have a terrible record, and they give these better teams fits. Go ahead, Smitty.
Embiid is questionable right now for tonight, so these lines may go haywire. But right now, you got the Sixers -2. If he plays, take his points over. It's an MVP game. We have a bet with Smitty coming out. Embiid more points than Jokic, and the win that's being priced right now. We also have the over and the Coyotes. Senators game, Cavs -5.5. Oh, and Tobias Harris, first point, +1,000.
Why?
Because
Just to have it?
He is getting good looks off of James Harden, and for the first bucket of the game, they win the tip, they go down. He's gonna get an open look if he gets the ball.
It might be the only time James Harden passes the ball the first possession too. I like it.
James Harden leads the league in assists.
Yeah, he's.
I'm checked out of the NBA. So. He does take a lot of shots too, though.
James Harden is the best passer in the NBA.
Yeah, whatever.
If
Learn something new every day, right?
If anyone took futures, you get to pick one of yours, and it counts towards it for the championship because it's so hard.
What do you got?
I have 5. If we could pick one.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you have one.
Okay. I'll let you know which one I want to pick.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
I can lock mine in now. For the units that we actually have.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know. Now y'all getting into the rules.
Fun. This one's fun. This is hard to.
We're right now. I like it. I like it right now.
Let's just bet. Let's just we're a gambling show. Just do your bets and we'll figure it out later.
Arkansas 100-1.
I might take my Iowa 80-1.
Rico, you got one?
Yeah, I would take Kansas. Kansas is now at 13 or 11. It's more than it was in November when I have it. I'll take Kansas.
All right.
UCLA 24-1.
It's the last time we'll see you till next Monday.
Yes. Correct. Be a big week. I do more for this company when I'm out of the office than in the office.
I wouldn't say that out loud.
I mean, it seems like. I mean, I think that's pretty.
All right. Good luck. Have fun. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Yeah, 'cause up next.